Stanislav, I hear all this crazy stuff about Canadians being denied TN visas, E2 visas, O1, and all this craziness happening at the border with the Trump administration. I'm Canadian and I'm trying to come to the US for better life. What are my options during the Trump administration? Guys, today I'm going to cover the better options for Canadian citizens to come to the US and stay here and work or get the green card in these rough waters. At the end of this video, you will be able to learn how to get a free evaluation of your case. Let's go! Hello, my dear friends. I'm Stanislav Shamayev, a licensed business immigration and corporate attorney in Miami, Florida. Today, I want to cover the topic of the Canadian citizens being shaken out of the US immigration system and how to address these issues. First things first, and indeed, I hear from my colleagues, not really from my Canadian clients. My Canadian clients, thank God, have no problems with entering the US, getting the work visas, the E2 approvals, the green cards, no problem here. However, I hear from other attorneys, my colleagues, about some difficulties presented at the border. I still do believe that those problems are related to some violations of the status. Before, the CBP and other immigration officers just disregarded those things. Now, because there is some tension going on between Canada and US, and I'm not gonna go into politics, of course, things are changing at the border and within the country. I do think that crossing the border from Canadians through the actual border, not through the airplane, is a better option, okay? You have less chances of being denied the entry if you actually drive from Canada to the US. That's number one. Number two, I also believe that the non-immigrant visas may not be the best option, especially if you have to go through the embassy. And one of those visas is E2, okay? I still don't personally experience the problems with my Canadian clients, but I can see that going to E2 visa as well in the future, okay? So O1 visa approval, the talent visa, you can travel with the approval without the actual visa issuance. Okay, so this is a great option for the Canadians to get the O1 work visa on your own company as long as you are a good professional in your industry. If you're a businessman, businesswoman, IT, the engineer, doctor, the athlete, and whatever that is, we can always get you O1 visa. Not gonna cover the criteria in depth. I have a bunch of videos on this visa, so you can go and find. But with all this being said, the best option for Canadians at this point to go directly for the green card. And the best visa for the green card right now is EB1A, the talent visa that is immigrant option. And I understand that you guys don't believe you are talented people. I respectfully disagree. I do believe that if you have at least 5-7 years of experience in your profession, whatever that is, you could be a simple graphic designer, salesperson, data analyst, IT, artist, the DJ, whatever that is, if you've been doing it professional for the past 5-7 years, you probably have a very high chance of approval for EB1A, because EB1A is not fictitious talent, oh, you're talented or you're not. That's not what immigration officer decides. He looks at the criteria that we met with the paperwork that we sent to them, and he makes a decision on that. We need to get you up to 3 criteria by law out of the 10 available. However, of course, we want to get you up to 6. All right? So if you have 2-3 criteria at the beginning, and those are usually the critical role in a company with distinguished reputation. So you worked in some company that has some reputation in the field, and you did something good for them. It could be your company, it could be somebody else. You made a higher pay, which is usually the case when you compare it to the government statistics, not the market statistics. So right off the bat, many of you have the 2 criteria, but most of you will have the judging the work of others through your everyday work and assessing the work of other professionals. And some of you will have contribution in the industry also through the projects that you work and some professional association. So the best of you will get 5 criteria from the beginning, and of course we can always improve the press and the scientific publications, right? When you work with the vendors that focus on those criteria, you get those articles and publications out within the short time, and they are real. Okay, we don't do any fake stuff. Most of your petitions will get to 6-7 criteria for the next 6 months. And most importantly, guys, you are not aware of that. Some of you wouldn't even believe after I said that. That's fine. That's totally fine. Who am I to tell you if you're talented or not? So that's why I have a free evaluation service in my company, to show you directly and clearly which criteria you satisfy, which visa option is the best, maybe O1, maybe E2, maybe EB1A, maybe in some instances EB2 in IW, the national interest waiver. For that, you need to fill out the free evaluation form. Where is it? It's below this video. Find that link, click on it. At very least, give me the talent visa application, the form. You could also do the national interest waiver or even business visa. I will assess that. The more information you're gonna give me, the better assessment you're gonna get. It will take me up to 2 days to get back to you in writing and give you the breakdown of all these visas. And most importantly, it's free. So I don't know what you're waiting for. The Easter Bunny eggs, the DV lottery, the US Independence Day, I don't care. Do it right now. What you gotta look for in that free evaluation is one word at the end. Not all of you will see that word, but if you do, that's the green light. The word is potential. If you see the word potential, that means that within next 6 months working on your case with my team, under my control, with my strategy, with my methodology, which proved itself with thousands of cases, you are ready to go to the second step, which is complex immigration planning. And that's where we suck all information out of you, and I create the written strategy of your case, which then is given to the approval department and strategy department, the most important 2 departments that will be working on your cases. Okay? So get the free evaluation out of the way right now. Get that stress out, especially if you're here already on TN, E2 or O1 visa. We need to build your strategy to get that green card and then get you the US passport. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me on my Instagram, TikTok, X, Facebook, Telegram. I have all the links below this video, and it's important to follow me on all of those because I don't mix the content, I don't mix the posts, it's all different. So every day we cover different stuff on all these things. My name is Stanislav Shamayev. I'm a lawyer of the future. Your future begins here. Good luck.